What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm really excited to continue my Disney series, and today we're going to be talking all about Disney's quick service dining plan. So this is something that I had never tried prior to January of 2017. I had heard of it. It was an option when my husband and I took a trip in January 2016, but we weren't sure if it was, worth the money or if it was something that we would be interested in. So we passed on it at that point. But I will never go on a Disney vacation without a dining plan again. I can tell you that for sure. This is going to be a very positive review of the dining plan. It's going to include a lot of information about what you guys can do with it, what it means, what it costs, as well as my recommendations for how to spend your credits, because we ate like pigs. I mean, I've tried a lot of restaurants in all 4 Disney parks as well as Disney Springs, and I got some recommendations. I like my food. So if you guys are excited about this, definitely give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe for future videos, and let's get right on to it. So you might be asking, okay, what is the Disney dining plan? How do I get it? What is it? Give me some information. So I'm just going to go ahead and give you a quick overview. The Disney dining plan is available only for people who stay on Disney property during their vacation. It's available through the package that you book with your hotel, your park tickets, even your airfare if you would like. So the quick service dining plan is the only one that I'm going to be speaking about today. They do have a deluxe dining plan, which includes like more meals, and it's all like table service meals where you need a reservation to go to those restaurants. But for us, we were taking my niece. We weren't going to have time to really sit down and have dinner like at a fancy restaurant every night. So we went for the quick service. The quick service does include 2 quick service like meals per person per night that you stay, as well as 2 snacks per person per night that you stay. As well as each person does get a refillable mug that you can fill up at your resort as many times as you want during your stay. So yeah, I was the girl who went down to the cafeteria after we got back at like midnight and was like filling up the refillable mug and like chugging it and then filling it up again. Yeah, that's me. Get your money's worth, right? So having 2 quick service meals, 2 snacks per person per night that you stay is a really good thing, especially when you're like us, and we had 6 people, one of which is a 3-year-old. She's not going to eat 2 full meals per day, and we had so many credits. It was crazy, and we ate like kings. So I will just go ahead and give you guys some pricing options. I did do like a little comprehensive little search on Disney.go or DisneyVacations.go or something like that, which is the website, the main vacation website. So what I was told on there was that the standard average price per person per day for the dining plan for an adult is about $48. And then for a child, it's about $20-ish, $21. We actually did not end up paying that much because we went in the off season. I believe we paid about $36 per adult. And you might be thinking, $50 a day for an adult, like that's ridiculous. Well, perhaps it might be if you're someone like me who doesn't eat, a whole bunch of food at a time. It may not be for you just because you may not need to eat that much. But for us, we had 2 grown men who, my husband and my brother-in-law, and they love to eat. And my mother-in-law is a bit of a foodie, and she likes, trying things, whether she eats the whole meal or not. She really enjoys like trying different foods. So for us, it was really a no-brainer. And you have to consider the cost as well, because you can, if you have the dining plan on your magic band that you wear on your wrist, I should have grabbed my band, but if you have a dining plan listed on your magic band, you can pick a meal from anywhere that offers a quick service meal. There's this little symbol that will appear on the menu that will let you know that it's a part of your quick service dining plan. So you don't have to go up and ask, or, whatever, you already are aware of what they offer. You can look on your Disney Experience app and find out what's available for you. I mean, there's so much information out there that makes it super easy. So with that in mind, consider, we paid about $36 a person. You might pay anywhere up to $50. But almost every night that we had dinner, my husband was choosing meals that would have retailed us between $22 and $23. So just one meal already, we were well over halfway what we paid and about halfway what you would pay if you were ending up paying about the $50. And that does not include what we had purchased for lunch. That does not include the cost of our snacks. And so for us, we were tallying it up. I believe one day, just my husband was able to use his credits and get enough food to retail like $118 or something like that. So it is worth it if you play it right. So as far as your meal credits go, a meal is defined as like an entree and then a non-alcoholic beverage. Some meals include sides, some don't. It just depends on what you get. And then the snacks are anywhere from a bottle of water to like a Dole Whip. You can get anything that has the little symbol. And sometimes you can get a whole lot of food on just one meal and share it. So that's kind of what I wanted to talk to you guys about, was kind of how to work your dining plan to get the most for your money and how to kind of not screw it up. So the first thing that I'm going to tell you is do not use your snack credits on drinks. Don't do it. If you are dying for like a soda or a coffee or something like that, you are going to be better off just paying cash out of pocket. You're going to be paying anywhere between like $3 and $8 for it, but save your snack credit for later on in the day when you're hungry and get yourself like a Mickey pretzel or something, which would retail for a lot more. So if you are thirsty and you really need a drink, you could go to any counter service like restaurant and just ask for a cup of water and they will give you one for free. So anytime that we got thirsty, we were like, hey, quick service. We would go to like the trolley cart or we would go to, you know, the counter or whatever and just be like, we just need like 6 ice waters. And a lot of times they already had them like ready to go in a cup with ice and everything for you because people know about this. So like I said, do not waste snack credits on drinks unless you're getting like, you know, some crazy like shake or ice cream, you know, something like that. Definitely get the most for your money by not doing that. And the second thing is you really, you know, get what sounds good to you. Definitely try a lot of varieties, but look for higher dollar items. Like I said, my husband got dinner every night that was like $23. Especially in Animal Kingdom. His meal at Animal Kingdom was like $24.99 or something like that. And we used his snack credit and it was already paid for. So that is so nice. You don't have to worry about whipping out your wallet or how much money you're spending. Like, it gives you the freedom. Like, for me, when we went in 2016, it was like, oh God, I'm starving. Okay, reach in the backpack and pull out a granola bar. This time I was like, I'm hungry. I'm going to go get me some ice cream and some popcorn. You know, it was so much easier and so much funner, and we got to try a variety of so many things. So now I'm going to go into the portion of this video where I give you guys some recommendations for how to use your meal and snack credits, because we, like I said, we broke the bank with how much food we ended up getting. So I do have a reference sheet here if you guys see me looking down. But the first thing that I want to talk about is they do offer at like popcorn cart, like trolley carts, they do offer a bucket that's refillable. Now you will pay out of pocket for this, but I'm just including it in here because it's food and it's a good deal. I believe it was like $8 and you pay $8 for the bucket full of popcorn, keep your bucket, and then you could refill it for like $1.50 or $1.99 or something like that. So we kept my niece happy the entire trip with the refillable popcorn. It was a great deal, and you get a little souvenir out of it as well. And at Magic Kingdom, they have maple flavored popcorn, which tastes nothing like maple and actually tastes like caramel. So you know I was all about that. So I'm just going to go ahead and jump right into my recommendations. I'm going to start with Magic Kingdom. The number one thing, if you have a quick service dining plan, the number one thing that you must do is dine at Be Our Guest. You guys, you could eat lunch at Be Our Guest on your Disney quick service dining plan. So definitely make your reservations. I believe you can make reservations 90 days in advance. Make your reservation as soon as possible. Figure out, you know, what day you're going to be there and what time, because that place fills up like that. But it's so worth it, you guys. Oh my gosh. The food is delicious. Delicious. Oh my goodness. I got a carved turkey sandwich that I'm pretty sure was touched by Jesus himself. I mean, it was so good. And we were all sampling each other's food. My mother-in-law got the braised pork or something like that. So good. Oh my gosh. And so, you know, that's my number one recommendation. Please go dine in the Beast's Castle with your quick service dining plan. You can also use your snack credits for the cupcakes that they serve there. We got one of each. So we got one of the lemon, one of the strawberry, and then one that they call the Master's Cupcake, which is a devil's food cupcake with the gray stuff on top. And if you don't know what the gray stuff is, don't believe me, ask the dishes. Anybody get that reference? The gray stuff is like crushed up Oreos and pudding and Cool Whip. It's essentially, again, touched by Jesus. Like, if you've never had it, I make my own like copy here at home. I'm going to go ahead and link the recipe for it down below since I'm raving about it, but nothing tastes like eating it at Disney, let me just tell you. So that's my number one recommendation, is that you guys use one of your quick service dining meal and snacks to dine at Be Our Guest and make your reservations. So the second restaurant that I'm going to recommend for meals is Casey's on the Corner. So they have hot dogs, corn dogs. It's like a baseball theme, like a sports theme. It's really fun. I didn't eat a whole meal there, but parts of our family did. And my husband really enjoyed his hot dog, and I actually had some corn dogs from there. I finished up my niece's corn dogs, and I'm not someone who likes corn dogs, but oh, these were delicious. So I recommend that for using your meals. You get a lot of food. The next one that I will recommend is Cosmic Rays. Sorry, Casey's on the Corner. I should tell you where that's located. It's right at the end of Main Street. Like, you're almost to the castle. There's Casey's. So then there is Cosmic Rays, and it is right at the entrance to Tomorrowland, where Fantasyland splits into Tomorrowland. So you would walk to the right of the castle across the bridge, and there is Cosmic Rays. They offer pulled pork and burgers and chicken, and it's very, you know, just very simple and very typical food, but they have huge topping bars and, you know, condiments and stuff. They have some really, really awesome chocolate cake, and a lot of times they have like a souvenir cup in there. So there are a lot of places to sit. There's a lot of places to order. It's like a big cafeteria essentially, and I really like it. I've eaten there numerous times. So that's another recommendation. And then one last meal recommendation before I talk about snacks. My last meal recommendation is Pico Bill's Tall Tale Inn. It is in Adventureland, shortly past, like you would be going like past the Haunted Mansion into Adventureland, and it'll be on your left. It's near the Country Bear Jamboree. You guys, this place, like, oh my gosh. So what I get is the like fajita platter. Like, it's like chicken fajitas, and then there's this like beef stuff that comes with it. You get tortillas, you get black beans, you get rice, and then they also have a topping bar where you can go get salsa, guacamole, cheese. Like, the possibilities are endless. It is delicious, and you get so much food for your money. My husband and I shared a meal there last year. My best friend and I have shared a meal there before. You know, it's amazing. I shared with my niece this year. My husband got the taco burger, I believe is what it was called this year. It was huge. It was delicious. So I highly recommend it. It's probably my favorite place to eat in Magic Kingdom aside from Be Our Guest. It's definitely my favorite, like, quick service restaurant. So absolutely delicious. And I believe I just said Adventureland when I actually meant Frontierland. So excuse that typo. It's in Frontierland. So let's talk about some snacks. So this video is going to be forever. Go grab a drink or something. We're going to be here a while. So as far as the snacks, the number one snack that you have got to get with your snack credit is a Dole Whip. It's just, it's not an option, you guys. It's a pineapple ice cream that is, I crave it constantly. It's so good. So you can pick these up right by the Magic Carpets of Aladdin and next door to the Tiki room. I'm getting into Disney mode, as you guys can tell, but so good. And if pineapple is not your thing, you can walk a small distance, not very much, to, I believe it's called Sunshine Tree Terrace. And that is where you can pick up a citrus swirl. So that is an orange citrusy type of ice cream swirled with vanilla soft serve. And yeah, yeah, you guys need that in your life for sure. Another place, I forgot to mention this actually, let's backtrack to Pico Bills. They have churros in Pico Bills that are delicious to die for. They come with chocolate sauce. Yeah, you guys should check those out as well. And they have Mickey bars, Mickey pretzels on Main Street. And then in Main Street Bakery, you could use your snack credits for fudge and Rice Krispie treats and all kinds of deliciousness. And then there's also a store as you go into like the circus area behind the new Fantasyland. It's near Dumbo. And you go in there, they have a bakery in there as well. They have apples and covered marshmallows and all kinds of really fun little things in there as well that you could get. So those are my recommendations for Magic Kingdom. I feel like I've been talking about it forever, but you guys, if you know me, know that I could talk about Disney for the rest of my life. So let's move on into my recommendations for Animal Kingdom. For meals, I've actually only eaten at one place in Animal Kingdom because it's that good. I just keep going back. So that place is Flame Tree BBQ. Oh my gosh, you guys. So good. So good. So I get a pork sandwich and put barbecue sauce on it. My husband this year got ribs and chicken. Oh my gosh, so good. And they have a couple different varieties of barbecue sauce that you guys can get, which it's delicious. It's so worth it. And there's like birds and stuff that like walk around while you're eating out there. So that's a lot of fun to kind of just have that atmosphere. Flame Tree Barbecue is just past the Tree of Life. It's kind of on its way to the Dino Land. I am not as great geographically with Animal Kingdom because I've been there many less times than I have Magic Kingdom, so forgive me for that. And then as far as snacks go, we got a variety of ice cream from the Dino Bite little quick service little restaurant. It's over obviously in the dinosaur area, and we got like a hot fudge sundae, I think, and then we got this cookie, this ice cream cookie that was like this big. I mean, it was huge. My husband and I shared it, and we both were like, oh god, like we're sick after this. It was so good. And yeah, so those are kind of just my recommendations for Animal Kingdom. We got our refillable popcorn at Animal Kingdom, but I also had a Mickey pretzel there, so that was cool. And then one thing I don't believe that I mentioned, for the six of us, all six of our Magic Bands worked to get food. It's just all collective. So say there was one instance where my mother-in-law and I went to go order everyone's food. We just scanned one of our Magic Bands. It just took all of the credits off that were applicable, and we moved on. So it's not like one certain person has to use this many snack credits or whatever. I hope that makes sense. So let's talk about Epcot, because at Epcot, if you're into like health and fitness, like that's out the window when you go to Epcot. Like, girl. So the first thing that I'm going to recommend for meals is Mexico. I believe it's called Cantina de San Angelo or something like that. It's the quick service restaurant that is in Mexico in the World Showcase. Oh my gosh, you guys. I got some chicken tacos. We got a full bowl of nachos that were like, I want to marry them. They were so good. And the churros, if you want to use your snack credits there and get some churros, oh, you guys, oh my gosh, so good. So I definitely want to recommend that. And then in Africa, in the World Showcase, there's some hot dogs and stuff that my brother-in-law got. My husband got food from Japan, from the quick service in Japan, and he really enjoyed that. My mother-in-law got fish and chips from the United Kingdom, and she really enjoyed that. There's just so many options. There's a restaurant in every country that you walk through. My husband has eaten at the China quick service, and he really enjoyed that. So there's so many options. And then as far as your snacks go, I was prepared to use like 15 of my snack credits if necessary, because the things that you could get at the World Showcase at Epcot. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the crepes in France. If you've never had an authentic, warm French crepe with chocolate sauce on it, have you ever really lived? So good. They're on in a little cart, like a trolley cart, and they're right inside France. So check those out if that's your thing. I also want to recommend in France, I'm going to butcher this, but I'm going to attempt to say it. Le Halles Boulangerie. Boulangerie? It's a quick service place that has just desserts like out the butt. There's so many desserts. Please pardon that little interruption. I ran out of storage space. So I was speaking about France in Epcot in the World Showcase. So I want to recommend, I'm not going to attempt to say that name again, so you guys heard it before the camera ran out of space. Yeah, go in there. They have chocolate, like pastries, they have croissants, they have cupcakes. I mean, you guys wouldn't even believe it. Like, delicious. Definitely check that out. And then I also want to recommend that you guys go to the Germany part of the World Showcase. I'm probably going to butcher this one as well, but it's called Caramel Cache. I don't know how to say that, but it's the Werther's store. It's impossible to miss. You'll be able to smell it. The caramel just, it grabs hold of your soul and just draws you in. Oh, so good. They have popcorn, they have caramel apples, they have caramel s'mores, they have just, you wouldn't even believe the manner of caramel food that you can purchase in there with your snack credits. I think we used 10 snack credits just in that one spot. So good. You can't miss it. Absolutely do not miss it. And then in the Norway section of the World Showcase, there is a bakery there. The stuff is okay. We've been in there a few times, and my husband and I purchased what they call a troll horn. It was okay. It was pretty good. So I'll go ahead and mention that for you guys. But yeah, as far as food in Future World, we didn't really buy any food in Future World. We really went more for the World Showcase. So I believe that's all that I wanted to touch on about Epcot. Let's move on to Hollywood Studios, and then we will wrap up this video. So at Hollywood Studios, as far as meals go, the first thing I'm going to recommend is the Backlot Express, I believe is what it's called. And it is near the Star Tours ride. It's fantastic. They have burgers, they have chicken, they have Star Wars. They actually have a meal called Dark Side Chicken and Waffles, and the waffles have Darth Vader on them. So if you're a Star Wars fan, definitely check that out. Pretty much if you're a Star Wars fan, just go to Hollywood Studios, but that is amazing. The burger is delicious, and also there, if you guys are interested in using your snack credits, they do have 2 cupcakes that are Star Wars themed that were delicious. They have a BB-8, which is a lemon cupcake, and then they have Darth Vader, which is chocolate. So yummy, so good, and again, snack credit worthy. So there is that, and then I also want to recommend the ABC Commissionary. It is near, what is it near? I don't really know how to explain to you guys where it's located, but you can check your Disney Experience app and find it. They have ribs and chicken, and I believe they have like a pasta dish as well, but we didn't get that. That place, we only bought 2 meals, and it fed 6 people. Like, that's where you go to use your meal credit. Like, it was delicious. And the dining experience is actually really fun. They have props from like Grey's Anatomy and shows that are on ABC, because obviously ABC is owned by Disney, and so you'll be able to see, there's a Once Upon a Time poster right outside, which I was like, so yeah, there's that. And then as far as snack credits go at Hollywood Studios, we got a cupcake that was really good at the Villains store. I'm not sure what its technical term is, but it's right, it's like on the way to the Tower of Terror, so it was good. They have frozen lemonade there that's really good. We actually got an alcoholic beverage. Well, my mother-in-law got us an alcoholic beverage and just paid for it out of pocket, since our dining plan does not cover that. And it was delicious. So if you're, 21 and over and in the market for a drink, we got a frozen, like, fruity Mai Tai type thing, and it was delicious. So We didn't eat actually a whole lot of Hollywood Studios because it was our first day like in park, and so we were just learning how to use the dining plan. We hadn't learned like, you know, all the ins and outs of it yet, so we didn't eat as much there. But I believe we can finally wrap up this video. I'm really sorry about the interruption with my memory issue. And if I forgot to cover anything, if you guys have any questions whatsoever, definitely leave them for me in a comment down below. I would love to hear your experiences. If you have any recommendations, definitely leave those down below for people that are viewing this looking for, you know, info. And don't forget to subscribe for future channels. I love talking about Disney, so you will probably see a lot more videos in the future. And I believe I mentioned it already, but if I didn't, my entire updated Disney tips playlist will be in the description box. So check that out if you guys are in the market, if you're planning a vacation. I really should make this my job, to be quite honest with you. So thank you guys, and I will see you next time. Bye.